All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Wednesday, Wanderlust Wednesday here in the cave. We're on a roll, like I said. I keep saying it. I don't know how many days in a row we're going to go. Certainly there will be a break, I think, at some point this week. But we're going to just keep riding this train as long as we can. What are we talking about today? Well, I do get requests on occasion from people. They shoot me messages and they've got ideas, and a lot of them I've either covered already, or sometimes I say, well, I don't really either know this band or it wasn't really one of my favorites, so then I decide not to do something like that. And then sometimes they send me a message and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's do that. And certainly over the years, plenty of those messages. YouTube, my YouTube channel has picked up some steam over the last 6-8 months. We've doubled our followers to almost 300. I think 299 of you awesome people out there. And that gets comments on there now. And sometimes it's from a video from 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. So that's kind of cool. But one of the regulars on there recently, their tag is Vaporland. And we have a good exchange there on YouTube about music. We seem to agree about a lot. And that person wrote about this artist, and I was like, you know what? I can do that for a Wanderlust Wednesday because I do have a story about that. And that is a good idea for that. So here we are. By request, I'm Casey Kasem with a long distance dedication to Vaporland. We're talking about Laurie Anderson. Perfect for Wanderlust Wednesday. How many of you know who Laurie Anderson is? And I certainly will not do her career justice. I will not do her justice if we read about it. I'm going to come out and say that right now. But I'll do my best. 76 years old, a musician, filmmaker, performance artist, multimedia, pop music, a sculptor. Hugely successful. Also, the widow of Lou Reed, in case you think maybe that's how you know. Born in Illinois, 7 siblings, was in the Chicago Youth Symphony, obviously very talented. Graduated from Banard College, magna cum laude in art history. Got a master's at Columbia in sculpting. She was drawing like underground comics and was an art critic for Art Forum. She illustrated children's books. She got fellowships and honorary doctorates and just on and on and on. I mean, again, that's why I cannot even touch talking about her when it comes to this. But she would make her own music, and then oftentimes it would be in a jukebox playing for her art installations, her own stuff. So you couldn't get her music on a record because it was limited released. It was not, it wasn't put out on a major label or anything, and it was just used for this installation. And so a lot of that is stuff that maybe you'll never hear. But these were all original songs. And at some point along the way, I didn't read enough about it, but she had this, she ended up with I don't know, it's like an 8-hour production called United States Live, and it's got like 78 tracks on it. And she put out a record that was, a smaller version of that. But that's just an example of like what we're talking about, the breadth of her material. But in 1981, she had a song that was a part of an installation, and it was released as part of that, and somehow, some way, the great John Peel picked up on it. If you don't know, the Peel Sessions discovered a lot of bands, and he played it, and there was suddenly a demand for this record, and the song was "Oh Superman," and lots of requests, and it was a surprise. It went to number 2 in the UK, so much so that she ended up getting a 7-album deal with Warner Brothers. I can't even figure out how you go from performance artist with one song to a 7-album deal, given the fact that she's avant-garde and just really very different, but she did. And she ended up putting out a record because of the success called Big Science in 1982. And That went to, again, number 2, the song, and the song was rated number 1 in 1981 by the Village Voice singles poll, so it was popular in the United States. And this song, I don't know if you know this song, but it's basically like, I think it's 2 chords, and most of it is a repetitive loop of just the word ha, 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 ha. There's a bird call in the background, there's maybe a sax at the end, and then there are some words. Oh Superman, oh Judge, oh Mom and Dad. And then the rest is like a phone conversation between the narrator, whoever that is, and then some strange voice. And if you listen to this, it's 8 minutes and 15 seconds of this. And first of all, you either liked it or you didn't, because it was voted the number 1 in Village Voice, but it was also voted the least favorite song from 1981 in other polls in 1981. So, Sean Murphy, you get the credit for sharing this with me. I don't know how Sean Murphy heard this record. I have no idea. I'll have to ask Sean. I'll tag him. But he shared it with me, and I liked weird music. He liked weird music. We were into Yellow and all that stuff, and this was perfect. We liked that haunting sound in the conversation. We loved Yaz, not just the popular Yaz stuff, but all of it. It all fit in. Broken glass and sound effects and just, anyway, 8 minutes, 15 seconds of this. And then we'd play it for some people, and they'd be like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And I just played it in the house, and Fletcher, one of my dogs, just came running in and was just, like, looking around. I think he was confused. I don't know if he liked it as much. But anyway, this is, it's very interesting, and I had not thought of that song in years, as a matter of fact. And I went back and played it, and I was like, oh, all right, well, it's definitely interesting. I don't know that I need to play it very often, but it does cause me some reflection and memories, and so I think it's interesting, and it's all right. It's all right. Also, the title track from Big Science, that's decent. I like that one. And there was one other one in there that was recommended. I played it. But now I've lost track of it. It was, now I can't get it, but I'll post it below. But that's all I really know about her career. She has all this stuff out there, but I'm not familiar with a lot of the other music. But it's Laurie Anderson, and it's interesting stuff for Wanderlust Wednesday. So you're going to play 8 minutes and 15 seconds of Oh Superman, and tell me if you remember the song. Check out the title track from Big Science, and maybe I'll post some others below, and we'll see. So, tell me what you think. It is definitely different. Have a good one, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.